it's just what Saniel sir told that day. Like the keyboard is there, and I didn't understand that then, but now I understand what he said. So he basically said the knowing of it, that is a keyboard is a different thing. The keyboard itself as an image or that object, it's very different how he's seeing with his eyes. So the knowing should not be there, because the knowing is the brain is doing the knowing. So that is it. Am I right, sir?
No, you would know, but there's no interest, specific interest. Everything is the same. So to take an analogy, or not analogy, as an example, let's say we'll take San Francisco. So I land in San Francisco for a sightseeing. So sightseeing tour. I'm spending some good amount of lakhs and coming there. And then I would like to have San Francisco and San Jose, then Santa Cruz and Los Angeles, and maybe go to Portland, which is Seattle and all that. Or let me say West Coast. So 10 days program of West Coast, including San Diego. And coming closer to the Mexican border and like that, if I were to have a plan. Now, if I get enlightened in between like this, where I find there is nothing that is fascinating. That means the very purpose of going to San Francisco or San Diego or all that doesn't make sense. But you still go. And would you enjoy as you would have enjoyed earlier? And the answer is no, because what you see is only mud and sand and water, and that's it. What else will you find? So you'll find only earth and water, fire, air. It's in space. That's what an anagami would take to. So from this step where you are, to that, when it happens, there's no pretension. You know there's nothing there. In fact, you come to see you have to do a lot of things to make it up rather than giving it up. As an example, so if I want to take Golden Gate Bridge, which I and Nehru and Chirag and Vrinda, we were there. In 2008, same US, I've gone through East Coast, but not West Coast. I should have a fascination for Golden Gate Bridge. Because the mind had held onto the view of Golden Gate Bridge. So it is real. As far as the mind goes, as far as the actual truth goes, there's no Golden Gate Bridge. But there is a yearning to go and see Golden Gate Bridge. In fact, while in Seattle in 2008, we went to Space Needle and all of those places, which are very good in Seattle. And Redmond is the capital district of Microsoft. Being in Microsoft, felt very happy. Wow, being in Microsoft. Then in Seattle, there's Amazon. And we had the company which my company took over, bought it, was next to Amazon in Bellevue. And Bellevue in Seattle is the most happening place. So I'm standing in Bellevue I'm feeling so happy. And Boeing Museum and all of that, it's fascinating. So I had a fascination for America. Okay, real fascination. And wherever I went, Denver, this, that, I feel wow, wow, wow. Okay, so this is the normal thing. Even a Sotapanna would enjoy like this, because there is possession. But he has attained Nibbana, or he has had a taste of Nibbana. Now, what does that mean? While he is working on either dukkha or anatta or anicca, either one of them, he stumbles upon the five aggregates, meaning he gets to know the five aggregates. And when he knows the five aggregates, there is cessation for a brief moment, which means there is no desire. And when there's no desire, there is nothing to hate anything. Because desire brings in dislike. Because you desire for one thing, you get another thing. So you dislike. And why this happens is because that is moha, which is delusion. San Francisco is a delusion. It's a delusion. But I don't feel deluded because that's real for me. So while in Seattle, while in Space Needle, having a nice view of Mount Rainier, and we went on Mount Rainier climbing, hiking. So I'm enjoying the Space Needle. That Space Needle is it keeps on turning. So the restaurant on top turns. So you sit and it'll be moving like this. So it'll show you the entire view of Bellevue. You can search on Google for Space Needle and you will get to see what I'm trying to say. Okay. And Kirkland, the place this is Costco, they promote chocolates by name Kirkland. And I'm in Kirkland, which is in Seattle. And that's where Starbucks is. So Seattle is a place where Starbucks was found. So I'm in the place of Starbucks. So what do? Every time in Seattle, I buy Starbucks, as though in India I don't get coffee at all. So I have to buy coffee powder and bring it home. And when people used to come and ask, do you want to have Starbucks coffee? Because Starbucks was not there in India. Right? So this is this story. So what happens? By chance, while on the flight from, let's say, Seattle to Chicago, 5.5 hours flight, this guy, just like an apple fell on Newton's head, as this guy also got something falling down on his head and understood the dukkha of carrying Starbucks coffee from Seattle to Chicago and Chicago to Frankfurt and Frankfurt to Bangalore. Oh, what am I doing? I've gone nuts to buy coffee powder. Right? And why this happens is he's seen the dukkha. That means it's repeating. You consume it and again you have to refuel it and again consume it and refuel it. Makes no sense. So then what happens is he'll see what is Starbucks coffee. He sees only the powder. brings it near the nose. It is having some smell. But where is the coffee? It says Starbucks coffee. There's no Starbucks. Starbucks is a company name. It's a brand. Wait a second. Where is the coffee? Any coffee is a coffee. Then what does he do? He goes to the washroom and throws that, say, $60 Starbucks coffee powder into the trash can because it doesn't make sense. He just lost interest in that. Okay, so by the time he landed in Chicago, Starbucks is gone. So from flight from Seattle to Denver, one hop, Denver to Chicago, second hop. Maybe I throw it at Denver airport. It didn't make sense. Why this happened? Because this mental consciousness, established consciousness, is no longer available. At that moment, the moha is gone, the delusion is gone. So the raga and dvesha disappears. So the raga for Starbucks has a dvesha for something else. So let's say in Bangalore we get Cafe Coffee Day. So I don't like Cafe Coffee Day. Aversion towards Cafe Coffee Day brings me liking towards Starbucks. What if Cafe Coffee Day coffee is better than Starbucks? So then I get aversive to Starbucks and having a liking for Cafe Coffee Day. But they both are coffee. And when I see further as Vipassana, I find coffee is grown in the mud. The coffee beans are coming out from mud. So where is the coffee? It's just mud. And you have to add a chicory. What is chicory? It's a bark. So what am I drinking? Mud and water. Oh shit. All this while I was thinking it's coffee. No, it's chemical. Coffee has chemical, caffeine. That's it. You're drinking coffee not because of coffee, you're drinking coffee, Vilas, because of caffeine. And caffeine is an addiction, addictive. So the brain remembers caffeine, not coffee. So what I do? I throw it. So when I throw it, isn't that Nibbana? Answer is yes. Because what did I see? Rupa gone. Vedana of that gone. Sanya gone. Sankhara not there. Are you experiencing Vijnana of coffee? No. Then he becomes a Sotapanna. Because the thing fell on his head, like apple thing. Maybe when I was sitting in flight from Frontier Airlines from Seattle to Denver, I think somebody had placed a small bag on top and it fell down on my head and making me understand the dukkha of life. And then by the time I reached Denver, it ended. Then let's say I get down on Denver and I love Colorado. Then I ask this question, what is Colorado? Just a name. But what do you find? Stones and mud. And what is a stone? Stone is earth element. Mud, earth element. And why mud is formed? Because it has some water. What is stone? Doesn't have water. Then what is the difference between flesh and bones? Flesh has water, bones doesn't have water. So it is hard and brittle. The more the hard, the more the brittle. Now I see, as the bones, so the stone. As the flesh, so the mud. So what do I have in the body? Mud and stone, or clay and stone. So what is this body? Clay and stone. What is outside? Clay and stone. What are the people? Clay and stone. What a realization. It just removed all the relationship at once. What relationship? Wife, brother, father, this, that, all relationship. So what happens? The possession is gone. Because house is also same thing. City is also same thing. Office also same thing. Everything is the same thing. So where are the 8 worldly activities? They just doesn't exist in the mind. They were existing in the mind. Now they don't exist in the mind. That's all. All the dirt was existing in the mind. Now they are not existing in the mind. So what happens? The same Rupa Vedana Sanya Sankhara Vijnana experience is something profound now. More profound than the first one. So can I experience Nibbana again? Yes, why not? And you can now be in Nibbana for a long time than the first time. First time I didn't know how I entered into Nibbana, but then this time around I know. So the possession is gone. So if I am possessing Aryu, as an example, why will I possess Aryu? Because he donates good amount of money. Right? That's the only reason I should possess Aryu. He'll give me some Google t-shirts, and then he'll give me some Google ball and whatnot, and then he gives me a laptop, and that's the reason I love Aryu. This is my standard thing. Now what's the difference? It has happened. Number one, there's no Aryu. Number two, it's only mud and or clay and stone. Now I see the person suffering like I was suffering. Now that I'm not suffering, I wish he doesn't suffer. Because now I can see there's no difference between me and Aryu. So I'll try to hit upon him to make him understand, get him into Nibbana. Why? Because I am suffering. I as Aryu is suffering. So I don't want him to suffer. And same thing with all of you. So now my community is not myself. The community is everyone. And that's a beautiful thing. So that's how it changes. And beyond that point, you get into a stage where you can switch off the mind. That means you can have the mind when you want. You don't want to have a mind, just switch it off. And that is Nirodha Samapatti. Nothing very out of... it's not even rocket science. It's not even rocket. Forget the science of rocket. It's pretty easy. Just give up. That's it. how do you attain something is by giving up that. That's it. There's no secret. There's no better secret. The more you want to possess it, it doesn't work because it's nothing that you can possess. When you give up, you are in Nibbana. Let me give an example. I'm possessing my wife. And that's a dukkha because there's no wife and you're possessing it. Right? Because I say I married her. What has marriage got to do with the pure consciousness? It doesn't have any idea what you're trying to say. The mind is aware of marriage, but the observer has no idea what is this marriage or whatever shit you're talking about. It only knows one thing, is to be present. A mind can reflect back and go forward, go here, go look at some object, hear some object, taste some object, touch some object. But this doesn't have anything. So when I say pajanati, he knows is that one, not this mental one. Now what we are doing in Satipatthana is this one. And we don't understand. Like yesterday, Ashutosh was asking me, in Vedana, there's no jhana. I said, who says so? In the Satipatthana. I said, between sensation, we are talking about the same thing of sensation and feeling. I'm saying that, boss, it's there. Niramisa Sukha is jhana. It's there in the Satipatthana itself. So don't get confused. It's there. So it's not like what Goenkaji says, for Kaya it is Vedana and for Chitta it is Dhamma. One of the worst thing you can ever think. Anyway, I don't want to divert the topic. So if you look at the Satipatthana Sutta and Anapanasati Sutta, Buddha says Satipatthana, 4 foundation, is there in Anapanasati. Just do that. So what I do, I start working from this Sakadagami stage on looking at what is Kama, which is actually Mara. So in many suttas, Buddha explains Mara. Now, that is theoretical. Like some people tell me that, Vilas, you are talking theory. Yes, I need to know theory to understand implication or implementation portion. So it's like understanding the manual, user manual, so that you configure the equipment the way it should be done to get the desired result. So Pariyatti is the stage when you try to understand. Patipatti is the stage when you start focusing, thinking, doing experimentation. And Pativedan is the stage when you get the result. So I understand the nuances of what Buddha is saying. And then he says, Vilas, do one thing. Forget all of this, enter into jhana. And I say, okay, there's something here. Then I start the first jhana. What is the prerequisite for a jhana? I need to know. There should be some prerequisite. Otherwise you can't enter into jhana. So only 2 prerequisites are there. There's nothing more. Seclude from sensual pleasure. For secluding into sensual pleasure, I need to know what is sensual pleasure. So I need to know 3 things. What is sensual pleasure? What's the benefit of having sensual pleasure? And what is the limitation of sensual pleasure? And how do you escape out of sensual pleasure? These 3 things I need to know. Is there any sutta which explains this? Yes, there are many, many, many suttas explaining about sensual pleasure. Why not? It's there. Take any sutta of my liking, and there are 7 terms I need to know in Buddha Dhamma. One is asada, adinava, nissarana. These 3. Then the item, rupa, as in the case. What is that? Samudaya, attangamo. And the path, that is patipada. How did you come out of it? So these 4 and these 3, that is 4 noble truths plus these 3 will make me an anagami or an arhat. Only two possibilities. No third possibility. So taking that cue, what I do, I take Samyukta Nikaya. The entire Khandavagga is filled with that. All suttas of Khandavagga. Master it. And come to Majjhima Nikaya, Dīgha Nikaya. There you will find many suttas which talks about asada, adinava, nissarana in detail. So I go through that. And I know how to enter into jhana. Why? Because I've seen what is a pleasure. Now, what's a pleasure? At this stage of Sakadagami, I have given up. I have seen there's nothing like that. But yet, little bit of pleasure remains. So now I start comprehending, investigating. So I directly start on vipassana of that object. Say a wife. Now I don't have possession of the wife, but the wife still exists. That's sufficient fuel. Because that's dukkha. I'm going to lose her. That's adinava. Right? Am I not going to lose the wife? Yes. Am I not going to lose the son? Yes. Am I not going to lose the property? Yes. Am I not going to lose the money? Yes. Am I not going to lose the job? Yes. That is adinava. Will I not lose it? You will. Not today. Maybe. Then I sit and see, if I try enjoying this, I'm going to losing it. What if I stop enjoying it? Will I ever be losing it? Simple. If I enjoy San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, I'm going to lose it because I have to leave that place. Or I have to ask, are you, yes, Vilas, where shall we go today, are you, for meditation? Why, Vilas? No, I want to go to Golden Gate Bridge and meditate. Vilas, yesterday only we drove to Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, I know, but today morning I felt I should be on that bridge in the morning, early morning. And he gets bugged up. Every day he's driving me to Golden Gate Bridge from Mountain View. It's a long distance, 45 minutes of travel. But what to do? That poor guy, Aryu, made me a teacher, not worthy of it, but what to do? A crazy teacher. He would like to meditate at Golden Gate Bridge, nowhere else. Obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. Now, suddenly, what happens? That person trips and falls down and hits his forehead, and then he feels there's no need to go to Golden Gate Bridge, and what a relief to arrive, because he saw the danger. Now, what's the danger? You're going to lose it. That's the danger. As simple as that. You make any relationship, you lose it. If you marry, you'll divorce. So don't marry, don't get divorced. The deepest of it, don't be born if you don't want to die. Right? Which idiot told you to be born? And now you're saying, I want to die. Come on. How stupid are you? I don't want to age. Can ever be done? No, I will put hair dye. Put whatever dye, you are going to die. So it doesn't matter. If you don't want to hunt for food, don't come to this existence. That's the danger, that's all. You have to keep on finding food. And for that, nobody is going to give you free. So you have to find an employment. And they will not allow you to work properly. So they will put schemes, they will do something, they don't want to work. So it means you have to do a lot of things to survive in this environment. Now, can you do something about it? And that's what this person does. So when he does that, what happens? He loses interest. So the raga and dvesha, which are part of, one second. So the raga and dvesha now cannot take into the kamachanda. So the kamachanda is gone. Let's say I have a beautiful looking woman. Every part is exactly the way it is. And she is Miss Universe or Miss World or whatever that is. Got a lot of awards for her dazzling beauty. And she comes to my retreat with skimpy dress. Should I get excited? In general, yes. But having seen mud and or clay and stone for myself, and having seen the danger of losing anything that is made up, would I be ever interested in this woman? I'm about to shake hands and another apple falls on my head saying that, Vilas, excuse me, and I withdraw. And that's the last I saw any woman in my life. That doesn't mean that I'm not interacting with any woman. I am. I'm friendly. I'm doing everything. But not the sensual kind. Or not the sexual kind. Also. So then people might ask, are you seeing skeletons now? I don't have to see skeletons. What I can see that it is made out of stone. See, to know this whole structure, do you require somebody to be standing nude and removing the skin and peeling off everything? No, you can see this is a skull. The same thing with any woman or man or whatever it is. This is also stone. And this is soft as clay. If this is known, that thing is also known. Then again, I'm in Nibbana. Now this time something beautiful happens for the very first time in my life, because I'm going to get into jhanas. The 4 arupa jhanas and the 4 rupa jhanas becomes very easy, because then I don't have to try anything. Because the sensual and akusala dhamma, which is the 5 hindrances, not being there, I can enter into the rupa and arupa jhanas. It doesn't mean that I have to practice arupa jhanas and rupa jhanas. No. On the contrary, it automatically ends up there. Should I have to watch the breath? No. On the contrary, you are in the breath. Wow, this is fun. When I start watching the breath cannot be watched. But when I stop watching the breath, I'm in the breath. Isn't that a fascinating thing? All the poor guys sitting here are having timetable to watch the breath. What to do? What a irony of situation. That you have to set up a time to watch the breath, when no such time is required to watch the breath. Why? Because of 5 hindrances: kamachanda, vyapada, thinamida, udacha kukucha, visikicha. Enough, friends, to destroy your peace. Number 1, doubt. Why should I watch the breath? Who says so? Is it Ariya? Is it Anariya? It is this, that, so many things. My God. Headache. If that is not enough, second one. I think I'll start from tomorrow. Today, this... I couldn't get good sleep. The next door neighbor, horrible guy. So, but I'm sure I'll start from tomorrow. Procrastination, which is part of midha. Okay. Then restlessness and worry. And then the other 2 friends, they're normal friends. Somebody dislikes jhana. Somebody loves jhana. Somebody likes Goenka tradition. Somebody dislikes Goenka tradition. It's fun. Somebody feels that doing Goenka thing is the best thing. Somebody feels doing the Goenka thing is the worst thing. So enjoy, fight. Kalaha vivada. Quarrels and disputes. As long as these 5 friends are there, nothing can be accomplished. So the first thing I do is to see the danger. Not in these 5 hindrances. The danger of relishing. Because I'm going to lose it. It's nothing a problem. Mara is someone who is going to take in front of you. He will poach and he takes it away. You like the wife, one day he'll take it away. You like the son, one day he will take it away. You like the husband, one day he takes it away. And that one day can be any day. So that's what it's called Mara's bait. You like the job, one day it will be taken away. You like the health, one day it will be taken away. You like the money, one day it will be taken away. You like the position, one day it will be taken away. And that one day is happening every day. What do you mean? Past morning happens, evening happens, you go to dissolution, it's taken away. And that one day, this whole day, you enjoy, it's taken away. Isn't it or not? This I understand. So I voluntarily give up. Take, it's all yours. Mara, it's yours. Because Mara means one who takes it. He's going to take it. It's his domain. It's not my domain. It's his domain. So I enter into jhana. And when I enter into first jhana, there's no Mara. Mara can't find me. Then enter second jhana, third and fourth. So I'm in jhana, enjoying blissful life. No need for wife and husband and money and this and that. Then the four arupa jhanas. And Nirodha Samapatti. Anagami. Now I don't even enter back into this womb existence again. Simple. What do you think? Is it easy? It is. Give up. If you hold on to the anagami also, then somebody in our group might say, "Sir, you are such a wonderful person. You have had lot of paramis and we don't have any parami." That means you are in aversion, which is an hindrance. We are poor people, sir. Aversion. As long as aversion exists, so long you can't achieve anything. So don't have aversion towards yourself. Don't have aversion towards anyone. And those who have become husband and wife, in the mind, bring in compassion, bring in loving kindness. There is no husband and there is no wife. Just to have another Dhamma friend with you, appreciate that person as much you appreciate yourself. Don't curse yourself and don't curse the other person. Have a loving relationship, benevolence. Just love your partner. Don't have to compete with him or her. Or don't have to quarrel. Supposing if you don't like each other, separate. It's fine. But don't fight. The more you fight, the farther you are from Nibbana. Why? It's dvesha. Simple as that. What do you mean by Nibbana? Raga khayo, dosa khayo, moha khayo, Nibbana. Amosa dhammam nibbana. That is, everything else is deceiving. This is not deceiving. Why? Because there is no raga. And the worst part of our life is we take sides. Husband marries someone. A man marries a woman. The woman is from a different family. The man is from a different family. They will be having differences. But we tend judgmental. So there is fights. When you have fight, you already are out of Nibbana. No matter you have read the Buddha's teaching, you've written books on that. Doesn't matter. You will never get Nibbana. Why? Because your basic is you're fighting. And then the mind is disturbed. When the mind is disturbed, what will work? Nothing will work. No matter how many retreats you do. You might become a PhD in Goenka's meditation technique, attain PhD. Fair. I'm an assistant teacher. Fair. Doesn't matter. What you are doesn't matter. What you give up matters. Mara, you have to remember, is going to take it from you. The question is, you want to give it, or you will allow him to take it. If you allow him to take it, he will anyway take it. You better give it. It's your choice. There's nothing like I will hold it. A sane person sees that every day he is losing his wife or husband. So why fight? You just understand this. The whole day, supposing you were to sit in a park or in a library, like I and Bobby, we had gone to in Brisbane one general library, very nice one. So let's say I go and sit there. That's my meditation place. Meditation not in closing eyes. I take a book, just keep on reading every page, but I am watching the breath. Say on some Dhamma itself, it's fine. Just sitting there, casually browsing the book. It's a 1,200 page book, that's it. And I want to read every paragraph. It will take some 10 hours. During that period, does my wife exist? No. My family exist? No. Did Mara take away all of that? No, why don't I volunteer and give it? Like Aryu had a wife. Now he doesn't have a wife. As we speak, he doesn't have a wife. But whenever he's driving on Los Altos, he will just see, that was my house. Why? There's an attachment. But Mara has taken it away. What if he volunteers and gives it out? He just have to give up wife. He can keep friend, that's fine. But kick out wife. Same thing, whoever is married, make your spouse as a friend, Dhamma friend, not as wife and husband. Then you will not lose. If you have wife, you're going to lose. If you don't have wife, I'm going to lose. Because what you possess, you lose. What you didn't possess, You can't lose. I want to go to the retreat. It's an attachment. You're going to lose it. Going to lose it. How? 10 days will get over, sir. I'll do 20 days. 20 days will get over, sir. I'll do 30 days. 30 days will get over, sir. I'll do 45 days. 45 days also will get over, sir. I'll do 60 days. 60 days also will get over, sir. Then I'll again do 10 days. Mara is going to take every given day. I came back from US in January. Today we are talking of 9th of October. Mara has taken 9 months from the calendar. Yes, Saryu?
Yeah, and I'm thinking even the form isn't taken away. The feeling got neutral. Even if you're just sitting there.
Yep. So basically, in those 9 months, Aryu has changed his body. Aryu has changed his emotional feelings. Aryu has changed his perception. Aryu has changed his volitions. And Aryu has a different experiences every given day in those 9 months. So if I were to go and meet Aryu or Aryu is going to meet me in Brisbane by the end of this year, is he talking to the same Vilas and Aryu? Because Mara has already taken over every given day. So the minimum we can do in our life as husband and wife, and brothers and sister, and this and that, is not to fight. Don't fight with your children also, because they are not your children. They are Mara's children. They're here for a purpose. Every day as you are dying, so they are also dying. So stop possessing and start giving up. And then you come into Anaga. That's the easy way of doing Buddha Dhamma. Who says so? Ratha Vinita Sutta. Just once. Prove it. Practice it as per that. Is it for Sila Visuddhi? He says no. Is it for Chitta Visuddhi? No. Kanka Vitarana Visuddhi? No. Like that. Then the last one is Anutpada Parinibbana. Yes, Saryu.
One question. How does aversion turn into vyapada? Like, what's the relationship?
Vyapada is ill will, so more the aversion, the more the ill will start. Because you'll see somebody getting it and you are not getting it, and hence there's an ill will. Because Kamachanda brings an ill will. Because he's getting everything, I'm not getting it.
But I guess aversion doesn't necessarily always turn into vyapada. It's a subtle difference.
Aversion means that you don't like something, and accumulation of I don't like something turns into ill will when you see somebody is getting and you're not getting it. because the frustration leads into ill will. See, take a competition, for example. Somebody lost the competition. He tries again, loses the competition, again tries again loses. What happens? All 3 times aversion will create ill will for the other person. He'll start cursing him. And the friendship is gone. Let's say I and you are friends and we are competing for a position in the organization. You are as suitable as mine, but I get and you don't get it. Our friendship has little bit of separation. And then I get another promotion, which irritates you even more. So then we become slightly even more farther away. And then the ill will takes over. Go ahead.
I guess holding on to the hurt feeling itself is ill will. It brings ill will. It creates.
So once you have hurt, aversive means what? You don't like it. So that eventually it takes you the hurt feeling and then it becomes ill will. As simple as that. There's nothing more guessing. So, final thing. You want Nibbana, don't fight. Simple. And final of final is don't complain. Today is Monday. That person is like this and this person is like that. This train is filled with people and I don't know why I'm here, blah, 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 blah. It's called vihimsa. That's the reason Buddha says, avihimsa sankappo, abhyapada sankappo, nekkhamma sankappo. Believe me, if you do these 3 things, you are in Nibbana, the very moment. So we'll put the song together, we'll sing it together, not that you have to sing with me. So first thing is see the dukkha. So 4 noble truths will come. Right? Like the cafe coffee day example with my Starbucks, when the apple fell on my head. Right? The dukkha of buying it again and again. And that made me open up to nekkhamma. Naishkramya in Sanskrit, which is cutting the krama, the steps towards possession. Okay, so nekkhamma, naishkramya. So I cut. Kama there is cut. Kama vitakka is cut by nekkhamma vitakko. Why? If I take that, Mara is going to take it anyway. Simple, sir. What is there? You like the girl, he will take it away. I'm telling you how. Wait for a few hours, her mouth will be so badly smelling. Just to go to the toilet where she has sat, you will not be able to sit in the toilet seat for another 5-10 minutes. So you have to put some spray and open the windows and what is that? Exhaust fan. Tell me why you require exhaust fan. If that wife was so beautiful, Do you require exhaust fan? She's beautiful. Then why do you require perfume? Why she has to shave her hairs if it was so beautiful? And why should you shave if you are so beautiful or handsome? Why should you put color on your hair? That means Mara is already taking off. Come on. Stupid guy. Give it. It's Mara's domain, not your domain. Throw it. Yes, sir. So in US, it's called trash. In UK English, like in Australia, they don't use the word trash. They say garbage. So this body is a garbage. Just give it to Mara. It's Mara's domain. Why are you holding? Excellent. So, Nekkhamma Sankappo, Abhyapada. See, on this body, why have Vyapada? Why have aversion? And on top of that, ill will. For this decaying body, as it is decaying. Why should you have an aversion? I will fight with my wife. Crazy fellow. Mara is anyway taking her. You are not Mara. Get to take. If you want to know who is Mara, ask her to shit. Don't ask her to flush. Now you sit on that toilet seat and you also shit. A plus B. Now you tell me who is wife there and who is husband there. And you have 2 children, ask them to shit on that. And it is 4 different colors, different textures, and a nice perfume smell. If you want to enjoy even more Mara, close all the windows. And ask the neighbor to shit theirs also in the same place. Next, you want some more Mara, what you could do is close that commode and ask them to shit everywhere in the toilet. Now close that place for another 2 days and you enter. You get enlightened for sure. You will become anagami the very next moment. You had enough of this shit.
So that's what life is anyway.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So just give it to Mara. Every time you go to the shit, flush. Every time you meet your wife, flush. Every time you meet your husband, flush. Every time you meet your children, flush. Don't hold. Then you are in Nibbana. Simple. You go anywhere, Bodh Gaya. Don't go to Bodh Gaya. Telling you, you are in Mara's domain. No, sir, Buddha sat there. Buddha never sat there. You are not in that domain at which Buddha was sitting. Buddha was at one time. You are at another time. You want to go to Bodh Gaya? Go. But not the Bodh Gaya what you think you have. No, sir, I want to go to Sarnath. I want to go to Kapilavattu. You go wherever. You cannot escape Mara. Please. Stop going anywhere. Sir, I'll get bored. That is what Mara is. Okay, so don't go. Say, can I hear to some music? Mara. He will take it away. Sir, some taste takes it away. Some smell, some touch, some thoughts. Everything is Mara. So what should I do? Jhana. How soon? Now. No, sir, after I come back from Bodh Gaya. Enjoy Mara. Morning onwards, I want to visit some 10 monasteries. Enjoy. Sir, tell me, isn't it good? Yeah, it's good for Mara, not for you. You mean to say we should go to monastery? Monastery is in your mind. There's no monastery as such. It's just clay and stone. Please remember. They have made one building and put one Buddha statue. You think that is monastery? No, I'll sit in Shunyagara. That's what? That's mud. Cement means mud, means clay, and stone. So where is the Shunyagara? Where? Which place? You have to make Shunyagara in here, not out there. Out there is Mara. Don't go into Mara's domain. Don't go into Mara's domain. So, for all those people who are going outside, take Nivapa Sutta, MN25. Drown yourself in that. Don't misunderstand that jhanas have Mara. Jhana is outside Mara's domain. The sooner you're in jhana, the better it is for you. Okay. That's it for today on Anagama. And Nibbanam Paramam Sukham. Why? There is no raga, there is no dvesha, there is no moha. So, Aryu, what is my style of talking now? I finished all. Whatever I had said, I'm going to be doing.
Oh, you mean today? What's your style?
Mm-hmm.
It's free-flowing, but unestablished, I guess.
What do you mean by, I guess? It's not even animated and neither it is unestablished, but it is completely silenced. Still. So can I speak in Nibbana? Being in Nibbana, can I speak? Yes. Can I be Nirodha Samapatti and speak? No. Because you require mind. You understand what is mind now?
The urge to speak.
Pardon?
The urge to speak.
So mind is an instrument which requires processing. So it has 5 external stimulus with which it can process. One is eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, through which it can process information of whatever is coming from outside. But what you can do is, you can silence notifications, correct? On your mobile, you can say, I don't want notifications. And then when you silence notification, it's Nibbana. That's it.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
Until now, like I have said, it was all openness. Can I do like this Anagami or Nirodha Samapatti actually with openness?
Nirodha Samapatti happens automatically, so you have to wait for some more weeks before it can take over.
With openness also, it will be there.
Yeah, yes and no. If you are able to get into jhana, I don't know whether you are, at this point in time, you are not establishing jhana. So you first have to start establishing jhana. You're still not got into the 4th jhana itself.
Yeah, I know.
So it will take
That's why I asked.
Yeah, at least from today, if you are most quickest, I don't see you getting into Anagami not before November end. Let me put the date for you from looking at your eyes. You should be through by. I said to Kalyan that the fastest he does is in November end, and the earliest I can hear from him doing Nirodha Samapatti is in Jan end. At the current state at which you are in, it will be Jan end. Unless...
Yes, sir. I figured like even this yesterday's state and the subtle shift of being aware of the awareness is also, I never thought of it. I was not ready for it. Yesterday was too. I was never ready. So because I never thought.
That is how it happens. I've given you the extended dates just to make sure that you don't get hooked up that it might even happen tomorrow. But I don't want to put like that, because that causes anxiety.
Yeah, even I myself, I am to thinking it might take 30, 40 years more in my head.
40 years?
Just I'm telling the mind to not to be frustrated.
No, nothing like that. That is too pessimistic of an argument. You shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be too optimistic that tomorrow morning and make it another 50 years from today. It'll be Jan end. Your visa for Anagami will come in Jan end. I can even tell you the date, but I don't want to. Even I have to drop. All right. Good. And then you are recording. So if you drop and nothing is there, all right, we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm at home, so we'll do it.